Today in 5th grade mathematics, we're looking at Student Expectation 5.3K, which states students will add and subtract positive rational numbers fluently. Rational numbers include whole numbers, decimals, and fractions. Today we're going to look at adding and subtracting decimals using standard algorithm. Let's look at number 1. Number 1 says 23 and 45 hundredths plus 3 and 456 thousandths. The first thing you always want to do is put your larger number at top. And my larger number is always going to be my whole number, which are my digits to the left of the decimal point. So I'm going to put my 23 and 45 hundredths. I'm going to put my addition symbol. I'm going to line up my numbers according to my decimal points. 3 and 456 thousandths. So I have 3 digits behind my decimal point, so I need to add a placeholder in my first number. Add in. So I have 0 plus 6, which is 6. 5 plus 5 is 10. I'll put my 0, regroup my 1. 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus 1 is 5. I bring down my decimal points. 3 plus 3 is 6. I bring down my 2. So my sum for 23 and 45 hundredths plus 3 and 456 thousandths is 26 and 506 thousandths. Alright, let's go to number 2. With number 2, we've gone from addition to subtraction. The first thing we should notice is that we have a whole number 47 minus 23 and 76 hundredths. So I put my 47. When I have my whole number, my decimal point always goes to the right of my last digit. So my decimal point is going to be here. Minus 23 and 76 hundredths. So it means I need to have 2 placeholders before I start subtracting. My placeholders are zeros, which are showing the equivalency of my whole number. So I can't take 6 from 0, so I go to my neighbor, which is the 10th place. It doesn't have anything greater than 0, so I can't regroup. So I have to go over to the 1's place. My 1's place has a 7, so I can regroup. My 7 becomes a 6. Notice that my grouping goes to the 10th place because it always goes immediately to the right. So my 0 becomes a 10. Now I start my regrouping process over. I still don't have enough in my hundredths place, so I go to my 10th place. I have digits greater than 0, so my 10 becomes a 9. And this 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 7 is 2. Bring down my decimal points. 6 minus 3 is 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. So my difference for 47 minus 23 and 76 hundredths is 23 and 24 hundredths. Now I want you to pause the video and I want you to try to do number 3. Alright, number 3. I have 56 and 34 hundredths minus 32 and 9 tenths. So I put my 56 and 34 hundredths minus 32 and 9 tenths. Again, I do not have the same number of digits behind my decimal point. My first adding, I have 2. The next one I have 1. So I need to put a placeholder. Placeholder is 0, which shows the equivalency. So 4 minus 0 is 4. I can't take 9 from 3, so I'll regroup in the 1's place. My 6 becomes a 5. My 3 becomes 13. When you regroup, you always add 10 to the number you have there because my places to the left are always 10 more. This is 10 less. So 13 minus 9 is 4. Bring down my decimal points. 5 minus 2 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. So 56 3/34 minus 32 9 is 23 44. Now I want you to pause the video one more time and do number 4. Okay, now let's look at number 4. Number 4 has 9 7 plus 5 4. So I have 9 7 plus 5 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. I put my 1. Regroup my 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Now I'm going to bring my decimal point down. So 9 7 plus 5 4 is 15 1/10. Today we have learned how to add and subtract decimals using standard algorithm.